In other news, the Development Bank of Southern Africa has partnered with the Council of Geoscience to advance extensive geological research. The aim here, we're told, is to accelerate South Africa's efforts towards mining exploration to further grow and diversify the mining sector. Our business reporter, Tumisang Ndlovu, actually caught up with the Council CEO, Musa Mabuza, at the 2022 Investing in African Mining Indaba. That's in Cape Town. Take a listen.
Skills development is one of the many features in the conversations that are being had at the 2020 Mining Indaba, and one of the panels that just concluded on day 2 of the event was centered around exactly that when we speak of new technologies as well as progressing into a different landscape of the mining industry on the African continent. We are joined now by Acting CEO at the MQA, that is Dr. Thabo Mashungwane, to expand on this particular conversation. Thank you so much for your time, Doctor. First, the upskilling of human capital goes hand in hand with the advancement of what the mining sector is likely to be in terms of a future in the industry. What exactly is it that needs to be done from the initial stages to ensure that there is a workforce that is prepared for all these changes?
It is quite important to me. Thank you very much. It's important for the mining sector, mineral and mining sector, to then prepare the workforce. I mean, for any change, you then need to have change management processes where there is a total shift of mindset, understanding of transformative agenda in relation to 4IR and the impact of COVID-19. Because no one was ever ready, for this kind of change. Therefore, we need then to have engagements with principals of industry, that is from the trade union side as well as from the employer side, to engage workers and for them to understand that there's going to be a change. Yes.
And the future of work becomes important. COVID-19 has changed all of that, but in South Africa we do know that part of the problem with our high unemployment rate is that we have a workforce that is not necessarily skilled or strong on the side of academia. So what is it that we need to be looking towards in creating a future employer who's going to fit into the labor landscape?
You're quite spot on. We high labor intensive kind of a country with regard to mining particularly. I mean, just this morning the president in his opening speech, he remarked to say mining sector employs about 500,000, obviously dropped from 1.1 some 5 years ago. However, it's also generating serious monies, that is 11.1% of GDP. And therefore, for us to take this sector forward, we then need to prepare ourselves, particularly with the new entrants, be it graduates from universities, colleges. We need them to prepare them with high-tech level of skills. But in doing so, we need them to take care also of the current workforce, which obviously doing mostly elementary work, to say what are we going to do. So the best also to have exit strategy, and you'll be surprised that engagements with trade unions, with labor, with everybody else, there is a recognition, realization that there is a need to change. And therefore, as Mining Qualification Authority, in some of our interventions, we have special projects that then assist, mitigate the factors of change from being a miner to say, what else can you do? We have interventions such as mining community projects, ex-mine workers projects, and youth around mining communities to say, let's then upskill you and give you different skill sets for, to sustain yourself as human beings.
Absolutely fascinating, and thank you so much for your time. That is Acting CEO at the MQA, Dr. Thabo Mashungwane, talking to us about the upskilling of workers as well as preparing the future worker employee in South Africa within the context of a future in the mining industry. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Tumisang Ndlovu in Cape Town.